Yo.
But before anything else,
Oh
I
no.
couldn't get the one that we really like.
That's why.
That's why.
That's why. Wait, so are you like purposely keeping it like this?
Yes, hindi naman. Like, I just want to let all of them peoples know that this was a tradition back then. Yeah.
It was. Wait, between who?
Between us, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah. I was gonna say, like, did you have this tradition with someone else?
Yeah. So there was one time I can remember. It was 2024 maybe.
No, wait. No. Wait.
Wasn't it? Is
20
it
uh
a few years ago.
Couple years ago, yeah.
Couple years ago, me and Naisou just we bond over whiskey basically. There was a specific brand. Do you even call it brand?
yeah.
It was a specific brand that we really like, but I couldn't find it. And I'm sorry, dude, I cannot afford the Macallan. I saw it was available, but
Yes, you can.
I think I could have, but it would be irresponsible, I guess.
Dude. Oh, I have a perfect idea.
What?
When I open my show.
Yeah, right. Let's
we'll
get that thing.
I'll bring that.
So why do we have a whiskey bottle here, and why do you feel like we're celebrating? Well, because we are actually. This is a new studio, in fact, that you're seeing, right? So you're seeing an entirely new setting for the AG podcast, and eventually, Naisou's gonna have his podcast in here. I don't know if you want to reveal it yet.
Yeah, we can talk. I mean, we can talk about it later if you want.
We can talk about it.
Yeah.
Actually, let's talk about it now because we're here. But
wait, do we want to open this?
of course, man. Please open it.
Well, while you're talking, I'll open this.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right. So, me and Naisou teamed up to put up a studio. Basically, that we essentially just pooled like POOLED. Not pool as in pool. We pooled our resources.
Yep.
To make to have a studio where we can easily record stuff, because man, I just did a recording with Dexstar and MTB, and I think the viewers have seen that. Some of the viewers have seen that. It took me an hour because I recorded it. Actually, it took me an hour. All right, that's 12 years.
Are we allowed to even?
Yeah.
Once you get
No. I think they're fine. They're fine with alcohol. Actually, they're not fine with smoking.
Okay.
It's
Do
crazy.
you want to?
Of course.
You want to take the? There you go.
Singleton is actually not bad at all. Do you want to wipe it? I think we have a.
You know what? Wipe what? The glass?
Yeah. It's full of water.
Okay.
So I surprised Naisou wasn't prepared for this.
I wasn't prepared. Yeah,
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah. So
This is very kind of you, Wolf.
yeah, is
Thank
there? So essentially, yeah. It's I set up a podcast for an hour. I traveled to the location for an hour.
Yeah.
Even with the expressway, with the Skyway, dude, it's an hour.
That was an hour.
Yeah.
Dang.
And then had to I had to set up the podcast. The setup was another hour. We did the podcast for about 3 hours, and then another hour for taking down the setup, and then obviously maybe the trip back home was just 40 minutes, but that's a lot of time. But now with this new studio that we're cooking up,
That we've cooked up.
well, that we have cooked up,
It's cooked.
It's cooked. It looks legit.
It's cooked.
Do you like it? Press 1 if you like it.
Press
Yeah.
1 if you like it.
So what this means for us is that we're gonna have more podcasts because it's easier to put up. We will be inviting guests here. Even when we don't have guests, we'll probably do our shows. You'll see more from us in the near future. And the best thing about this is it's near the. I don't know.
It's near the home base.
It's near the home base.
We'll
basically.
put it,
I don't. Yeah, I can't reveal it yet.
we'll put it that way.
I'll
It's
put it
near the
that
home
way. It's
base.
near. Yeah, so everything is in nearby. So expect a lot of stuff from us, and this actually costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a big investment, man.
It was a big investment. Good thing is that we split it, so at
Yeah,
least
yeah.
there's that. But I just hope that with your like and your follow and your subscription to our channels. That will be great help to keep this up. We want to keep doing this actually.
Yeah.
We don't want this to be just a 1 month thing or a 2 month thing. We want to keep doing this. Dude.
Well, if you've been doing this for what, 3 years now? Is it 3 years? AG's been
2 years. Full October 24.
So this is the third year.
This is the third year.
This is the third year.
Correct.
I mean, dude, that's crazy already if you think about it. Like
That's
you've been doing this is your third year of podcasting. I mean,
that's right.
you know, I still remember the time when you didn't even know if you should podcast.
Yeah.
Like you're like, can I actually podcast? And I was like, yeah, man. You know, that's why I poured you a little extra, dude, by the way, because like, I mean, this is a pretty big pour, but I'll say I pour it because this is about as long as we waited to be able to do this, man.
Yes,
like,
sir.
This is like a years in the making.
Yes, sir.
So cheers.
Yes, sir.
Cheers to this, man.
Yep.
Did we reveal the name? Do you want to wait? Wait, when's this coming out?
This is coming out. It should be Sunday. This
Okay. MPS.
MPS. I think it's okay. We have the domain anyways.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, so you do the honors here.
Yeah. So this is the first episode of the AG podcast under the Manila Podcast Studios.
Yay! Manila Podcast Studio.
Yeah.
There we go. Is it the first time you've used a sound effect? Or have you, I mean, you've used it before?
I haven't used it in the AG podcast. I used it in other podcasts.
Yeah, because the last
before.
ones I've watched, I don't recall you using the sound effect, man.
Nah. I don't know. I never thought about using it in a podcast. Very sorry to interrupt the podcast, but I would just like to take this opportunity and thank TT Racing for making the AG podcast happen. They have been with me for the past year, and I would say that it has been a great experience. The TT Racing gaming chairs and ergo chairs and desks and mats and all their accessories have helped me for over a year now when it comes to my gaming, when it comes to my shoutcasting, when it comes to my research, my work, my playing the guitar, my drumming, making music, and most of all, podcasting. So if you want to experience what I've experienced, the comfort, the quality equipment that I'm using, and of course the aesthetics of it all. They have a lot of designs with their chairs. The ergo chairs are perfect for making music, for everything that you need when it comes to gaming chairs and ergo chairs. TT Racing has got you. And if you want to experience what I've experienced, please check out their website, because in the online store you can use my code TTWolf. My code is TTWolf. Yes, that's right. You've heard it and you've read it correctly. TTWolf to get the best discount in the online store. Check it out, guys. And yeah, thank you so much. Back to the podcast.
Damn, it's been a minute since I've had to do this. This is great.
A great time to have it, right?
This is a great time to have it, man.
This is actually the first recording in this studio. First podcast recording in the studio. And I don't know, man. I'm quite of a superstitious guy, you know.
Are you?
Yeah, I would
So
say.
what's the superstition here?
It's a Filipino street side kind of superstition where you start everything with whiskey or booze, essentially.
Oh, okay. What do you call that? What do you call that in Tagalog?
Superstitions? Pamahiin.
Pamahiin.
Yeah,
I've always just heard superstition. So
Yeah, pretty much. When you are mapamahiin, you are superstitious.
Superstitious. Yeah.
Pamahiin is superstition. Pamahiin is superstitious.
Dude, I know Filipinos.
Mapamahiin, yeah.
There's a superstition for everything, man.
Yes, sir. So, how's life, man? How's life?
Life is good. I look kind of haggard right now because I just came from a 7.5 hour tattoo session yesterday.
Oh my God.
And a photo shoot earlier today. And we have another photo shoot later. Or tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Think about it in a few hours.
A few hours, yeah. So life has been lifing.
Life has been life.
as the kids say these
as
days,
the kids
man.
say.
It's been hectic.
Has it been hectic? Because I think that there's a recent phase in your life that a lot of people are familiar with right now, and it's let's get straight to the point. It's the Pusuan phase, dude. It's like I think that
I don't know if that's a phase though.
okay. That's not even a milestone, a checkpoint, I guess.
Yeah.
It was a waypoint in your life. It's a checkpoint that you got into.
Yeah.
And would you say that you have increased your, I don't know, quality of, I don't want to say quality of life, but more like, I think there was a little bit of a change in your life because of that, or was it not?
So, I feel like the appearing on Pusuan.
Yeah.
I can never say the full name, by the way. Pusuan or Laruan. Pusuan or
Laruan.
Laruan. So
Yeah,
like
take that. Let's take that.
yeah, that's why I just say Pusuan. Like
Yeah.
the Pusuan show was in the middle of a major like change in my life, I guess. Is like basically just putting it out there because I'll probably eventually tie to my show too. Like it was the year of like me restarting in life, and for those that don't know, I'm in my mid 30s now, so
Yeah.
I think anytime you start like restart your life, like it's a big challenge and obstacle.
Yeah.
And I think doing that in like my mid 30s or almost my mid 30s at the time that happened, it was tough to like figure everything out like right away, but you kind of have no choice and you just have to. And then I took a lot of time to like just kind of rebuild my life, and that was coming off of a long-term relationship and everything, and living basically the single life, and then I got to be on Pusuan.
Yeah, because you gotta be single if you
For people that eventually join there, don't go on there if you're in a relationship or you have something going on. But I got to do that. That was an experience,
Yeah.
And a lot of people asked me too, like after they had saw that, because I was very low key about it. I didn't even tell like some of the casters about
You
it.
did?
Like we were during MPL weekend.
That's right.
When it came out.
That's right.
And then I remember like I think Ingan at the time was at the desk with me, and he was like, "Oh my god!" Like in the middle of the match day, and he's like,
Because it suddenly got trending, right?
Yeah, because they released it during like when we were
During
in
the
MPL.
broadcast.
Yeah, and I didn't know when they were going to release that episode. And
Were you in QC already back then?
Yeah.
Okay.
But so some people don't know this, but and I know what I had like answered and stuff kind of went viral and everything. It was on like Reddit and like all the social media.
Yeah.
I felt like I wasn't even making complete sentences though, because I had come fresh off of a flight from Bacolod. I was in Bacolod visiting family out there. And I almost didn't make the call time for the show because I was like, my flight's delayed. It was delayed twice.
My God, yeah.
And so I got back to Manila like, I think it was 2 a.m. by the time I got back to my condo. And then I think the call time was like 8 a.m.
Oh my God.
So I literally had like maybe 4 hours of sleep because I had to also consider the traffic going to the studio because that was a travel time too. So I got about 4 hours of sleep. Got there for the call time, and then I felt like my brain wasn't even working, dude.
Oh
You know
my
what it's
God.
like when you're trying to like
Yeah.
converse or talk or maybe host a podcast or like
Yeah.
even cast with like very little sleep.
Yeah.
Dude, that was brutal. So like even when I listened back to what I had said, the clip that went viral, I was like, okay, not too bad.
Yeah.
But there were moments throughout that episode that I was just like, dude, my brain was
Those
fried.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you even have time to get coffee back then?
Dude, so and if you're a coffee drinker, the last resort, no offense to the 3-in-1ers out there, by the way.
Yeah.
But like if you were a really like big coffee person,
Yeah.
I would say probably in the hierarchy of coffee, 3-in-1 might be one of your last choices, right?
Of course, yeah.
So that's all we had.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we had I think they gave us some 3-in-1 when we had breakfast.
Yeah.
And that's basically pure sugar that I had.
Whew. Yeah, that's actually mainly sugar. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it wakes you up anymore. In fact, I get drowsy.
Yeah.
Sometimes I use it to sleep.
The crash is crazy, man, off 3-in-1.
because there's a lot of sugar in it.
Can I also just say, Wolf, because I get asked this still today. By the way, this episode was like last year, right? It's been like
It
6
was more than a
months.
year, probably.
Dude, it's been like 6, 7. 6, 7. It's been like 8.
6, 7.
It's been like 8. I don't know. It's been a while. Half a year, 8 months maybe.
Oh yeah.
But people still ask me today, especially when I'm like go
Yeah.
live or whatever. They still ask about the date, the one that I
if
matched
you
with.
actually had a date with
Yeah. So if people are gonna wonder that watch the HE podcast, we never went out.
I wonder which demographic actually thinks that way, but yeah.
Yeah.
Or, like,
We never went out. We never got the chance to go out. We had talked briefly after after we matched, but unfortunately, some things in our schedules didn't align. No, there was nothing like wrong between me and the girl that matched.
Yeah.
But she lives a very busy life, and obviously I do too. So
yeah.
we just couldn't really find a time that worked for both of us, and then we just stayed pretty much acquaintances online.
Yeah. So I think was there ever a happy ending for? Was there ever someone that actually got together? I think they should do a reunion kind of thing.
They had a couple, man. Yeah, like
I think they should.
they've had a couple like catch ups
Yeah.
for people that actually.
Oh,
had a
they
match.
did.
Yeah,
They actually.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know about now. So honestly, I haven't watched the recent episodes.
Yeah. Because I know that you're a fan of like Love Is Blind and everything. I think
Yeah,
they do it
yeah.
like a year after.
A year
kind of.
after catch up thing.
Yeah. I think they should do that.
The show that this was modeled after, man, I forgot the US version. I'm having a mind blank now, but
Pop the
basically
Balloon, baby.
yeah, but oh yeah, Pop the Balloon. Yeah, yeah.
Is it actually
exactly.
called
Yeah,
Pop
I think
the-
it's called Pop the Balloon.
Okay.
Pop the Balloon show. So,
Okay.
they do like a catch up. Like they do whoever matches like maybe like a month later or something, and they do a catch up.
Would you be willing to do a catch up episode with them?
Well, I don't like. I can't. I mean, it's not. I haven't been with the person that I matched with.
No,
it's
but-
usually if you're like,
You got together for a while.
yeah, I think,
Maybe
and then-
yeah,
something like that.
probably yeah.
I think.
So there's not much content from you, but maybe for the other content.
yeah, maybe for the other people.
Contestants are called contestants in there.
I think you could call them contestants.
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe.
The other.
Do you actually
lovers.
win anything? Actually, I didn't really finish it.
You win love, bro. That's
Okay.
you win the chance to find the
Sure,
one, man.
Sure. Wow. So what I do know, because I know you and we've been talking a lot, and I don't know if you are willing to bring it up, but there were so many things that happened afterwards in your career that because you just happened to be an influencer as well because you're part of MPL.
Yeah.
That's what they consider us, but you're mainly a shoutcaster. But you have been a model before. You have been part of some you're still technically a model up until now, right?
I guess you could say that.
Yeah.
Like I still do product and brand shoots.
Yeah, brand shoots and everything.
You know.
So again, you just happen to be, for lack of a better term, famous even before that happened. Then it happens. Then you get a different demographic is what I'd use. Is the term I'd use. A different demographic that now constantly follows you and boosts your numbers. And I'm sure that you're very thankful that happened. But in your perspective, like, was this a change? Was this a welcome change in your life when that demographic came in?
I guess before I answer that, I do want to say that, like, in terms of joining the show, my intention was that if I found someone to like go on a date with that I match with, I was fully open to that, because I do think that some people join the show with like different intentions, and everybody has their reasons for joining stuff like that. Obviously, I knew that if I went on there and something pops or anything, like, that's obviously reach or impressions that you're going to be on this, there could be clips or viral clips or something like that. But I was wholly open to the idea of if I met someone, I would legitimately go out with them and just see kind of what happened there. So, and since I already explained what happened with that, I will say that, because of the viralness of the clip that went around and everything, and, I didn't even know, man, like, it went on Reddit and it went on, like, it went everywhere, basically.
Yeah.
I knew it was viral because my parents even saw it, and I didn't even tell them about the show, but
That was me.
and like, I think the first time in my life being on that show too got me my first ever like hate mail, So yeah, and I had my first hate mail that basically told me to, go take care of myself.
Yeah.
And there's a whole bunch of things happen, but yeah, positive, definitely positive.
Yeah.
Obviously, gained more of a following on across social media. There was a lot of people that messaged me. I wish I could have gotten to everyone, but if you've ever tried to manage, you know what it's like. You're trying to manage your inboxes on all these social medias that we run. It can get difficult, and some people shared their opinions. Like, not all of them were with me. Some of them were against me. That's fine. But yeah, life definitely was affected by joining that. Other than gaining, obviously, like more followers and stuff. Yeah. Yes, there's people there that weren't a part of that esports following, especially because the past years it's all been, pretty much esports mostly and voiceover work and stuff like that. And some of those people are still around. Some of those, you know how social media works. Like, some of those people are around. Some of those people come and go. But what I will say is it definitely opened opportunities and other doors and other avenues that weren't there before.
Yeah, I think it's more of the way that I see it, and you can say that this is wrong or right, but the way I see it is that some brands or other people, marketing people, or other sources of projects and income saw that you existed. They became aware of your existence and how they can use your reach, that kind of reach, for their brands. Yeah. It's more about awareness, I guess, is what happened. Yeah. However, if we dial down back a bit, right? I'm sure that as talents, there are times where we think that some of the lines that we say on broadcast will go viral. But most of the things that actually go viral are those things that we kind of autopilot into, right? Yeah. That's how I feel about it. Like, most of the stuff that I say, like the most recent one is, I guess, the one where I said it's over, boys. I think it's over, boys. Yeah. That's the parts before that I thought will be the viral ones when I actually guessed the right hero for the draft, right? But that part specifically, I didn't even think about saying that. It just came so natural to me. But then again, all of the preparation that I've had leading up to that resulted to that, basically. Like, I would not say that if I wasn't prepared. It's not like I autopiloted in a bad way. It's like all of the knowledge that I have incurred all throughout my life with MLBB led to that moment. And then I said that, and eventually something good will happen. Yeah. How do you see that kind of, or does that even reflect how you think about the things that you've said during that viral moment? Because I think that you talked about values. Yeah. And values are things that I just know this guy will not say anything that he does not believe in, Yeah. So,
gosh, at the time, I really thought the other guys around me were the ones that would have, like, more of
the attention,
yeah. I honestly, just because, again, like, with the whole lack of sleep and flying in that morning, basically, I didn't really think that I was, like, coherent enough. I don't know. It felt weird. You know what I mean? Like, it just felt like it felt like I had an idea of what I was saying, but I just couldn't formulate the exact way that I wanted to deliver it. And that's why I was so surprised when I did listen to the clip that went viral, which I had no idea that it would, because I was just answering how I actually felt and, like, honestly, like, how I kind of thought about the question and everything. And it's just like, it took me by surprise, because when I did see that it was going around, I was like, what? Like, I had to think about what I even said. It was one of those things, and I think that's what you mean about, like, how sometimes in esports, like, we say these lines that end up getting clipped and going around, and you're like, dude, I prepared a whole nother thing, like, I prepared a whole nother thing for this, and this is the one that goes around. But so I think the idea with what I was trying to convey there is what resonated with a lot of people, and it was resonated in a way that was positive for some people, and
Yeah.
also some people didn't agree with it, and that's fine. Like
Yeah.
what I've learned over the years, especially of being an esports man, is that esports and like online
Yeah.
is that not everyone's going to agree with you.
Mhm.
And I think that's why like content creation, or let's say being an influencer or being a personal person online, there's like this barrier for some people where it's like they're so worried about what other people are going to say or what other people are going to think about them. And so they stop like even attempting to do something online. You know what I mean? And so in my case, I wasn't expecting that to go viral or anything like that, but I think I wasn't even too shocked about it in the sense of this is really how I felt. So I'm just speaking my truth. I'm just like speaking how I actually feel about the situation. And if that deserves virality or not, then so be it.
Yeah.
You know, because it could have easily just been ignored and like something else could have gone viral, you know?
Yeah. I guess the crazy thing about this is that people will add a lot of flavor to that statement, because think about it you can break it down to a very simple principle, which is, I think, should not even be argued, because that's your principle. I mean,
yeah, it's like basically what a lot of people are saying, and what it is like, you know, everybody's has a right to have their own kind of preference.
yeah,
That's all it is.
That's all
It's
it
like,
is.
And if you think about everything, you have a preference of what you like to drink. You
Yeah.
have a preference of like what you like to eat. You know, you have a preference what you like to read and watch and all this stuff, and that's basically all it is.
I mean, even after knowing that you were not 100% during that day, I think he still said it
Best way possible.
best way possible they could, and eloquently. I don't think that you disrespected anyone or anything. So, yeah, I just hope that. I mean, me personally, I'm always afraid of what I'll eventually end up saying on broadcast. You know,
It's always part of it. Yeah,
it's always part of it. Especially that's why, you know, before you would, especially when I was beginning as a shoutcaster, I would go on broadcasts even when I don't have enough sleep. I'll just, you know, power through it with energy drinks, with coffee, and the energy of whoever I'm casting with, and the energy of the game. Eventually, you're just scared because some of your peers will eventually say something bad, and you're just there, and like you're like thankful that it's a good thing it wasn't me, something like that. But eventually, it will catch up to you. So I guess you have to just be sharp all the time. But what part of it is like, this is your actual the actual values, the virtues that you have implemented in your life, and it just, you know, it just was just reflected in that moment.
It's funny because someone recently just asked me this too, and it still pops up once in a while. I guess like someone asked me, how do I feel? Like, what is it like to get criticized or to have, let's just say, haters online or something like that? And I think, you know, it's very rare if you're creating something online or just in general in life, like that you're not going to have someone that disagrees with you. Like you are going to have people or a subset of people that disagree with you. And, you know, since we're talking about that episode, really the main thing that I hear nowadays, like critique wise or
they're still on it or
sometimes. So that's why I'm bringing it up, because it's amazing, because it's like it's been, you know, half a year or more. But sometimes when I post, like I'll still get these comments from people that basically reference the episode, and they'll be like, I'll let's just say, because lately obviously I've been posting my gym progress photos. Now I know, you know, some people are like,
follow Naisou on
some people are like,
socials.
they're thirst traps, whatever you want to call them. And you know, there's this whole trend on reels and short form that says like, you know, realistically the only people that see gym photos as thirst traps are people that don't work out. Like I think you should be completely okay posting your physique in whatever way you want to post it.
You worked hard
for it, man. Dude, you started working out seriously for a year now, and you know what it feels like to have your body change.
Yes, sir.
And what it feels like to gain strength and to, you know, so imagine in my case, I've been working out for like 15 years. Why am I not going to show that off?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like some people show off whatever they want, gadgets, cars, houses, whatever. My body is one of the things I'm most proud of. right? My ability to stay physically strong at this age, healthy at this age is one of the things that I'm most proud of. But so tying it back into one of the biggest critiques I get because of that is people saying, referencing this part of the episode that I was in,
oh my God,
I thought you said you were from a traditional family.
people are so stupid. Sorry. So I'm sorry on behalf of Filipino. Is that even a Filipino?
It was a Filipino.
Yeah, I'm sorry on behalf of all the Filipinos, man. Not all of us are like that.
You know, it's okay because it could have even been someone else who wasn't Filipino, right? Like, could be someone else. And you know, my it's funny because at the time I didn't even have to answer that. Like, some of my followers answered it for me sometimes.
There you go.
Because again, when you were asking about the new following that I gained from that, there's this original subset of people within my community, the Sioux fam. Shout out to the Sioux, original Sioux fam, by the way. The Sioux fam were my first community built from streaming when I was like first started streaming when I was still teaching special ed. And these people they know the whole story, right? Yeah. And I eventually chimed in too to one of the comments, and I said, you know, I in the episode I did say like my family is traditional, which is true. They are. They're very traditional. They're very, you know. But even though I'm half Filipino, half American, I was raised in that way too. It's like I was raised partially Filipino. I was raised partially American, as I spent both parts of my life in different locations, you know, and so I can still say, yeah, my family was traditional. They still had certain feelings about my tattoos and like.
Do they?
Yeah, they did originally. You know, and that's why I said that. I said that's why I said that in the episode because, technically my family they have also adapted over the years, you know, but originally like my parents didn't really agree with my tattoos, you know, but they know who I am as a person, which is what's important to them. And then, you know, at the same time, like, just because my family is traditional doesn't mean their same traditions or values are going to be my same. Obviously, I'm going to be influenced by it, but, you know, I still have my own life to lead and everything. And there was another comment about, oh, this was referencing to the episode, like, this guy's a mama's boy or daddy's boy. And I was like, oh, if you only knew. And then it was some of my OG Sioux fan members that were like, you guys don't know that this guy like was on his own from 18. Like as soon as he graduated high school, he like was on his own, you know, and so eventually found his way to the Philippines. And, you know, so they kind of explained my story in a nutshell. And so, but that's another reminder that you can't please everybody. Doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter how good you say something. Someone is going to disagree with you.
I have a newfound hack to haters, bashers, or anything.
What's the hack?
So I think this is a buzzword of 2024 and early. Sorry, 2025. This is a buzzword for 2025. Might be one of the words of the year. Rage bait.
Rage bait?
Yeah, I know it's been going for a while, but
you rage bait people?
No, I just feel like.
Or they rage bait you?
They are just rage baiting. So all of the comments, and sometimes even the constructive criticisms, any kind of criticism now, I just treat it as rage bait. So that I just remind myself, hey, they're just rage baiting you. Don't comment back. That's all I'm saying. But of course, there are some good ones. Especially when there are good comments, I just, I heart it.
Like your good comments on my post?
Well, that's different. That's a different kind of baiting. But yeah, that's what I feel about it. Like, especially when it's in Tagalog.
Yeah.
But I almost read all comments.
Really?
Even the long ones. But I just don't interact with them right now. Especially, but there are some. Okay, I read it. I read the first part of it. If I know that it's constructive, I will keep on reading. Yeah. But if I know it's just like out of pure hate, man, I have a recent.
You've dealt with some, yeah.
I've dealt with some. Mm-hmm. There was one where it's like he I think he's not a Filipino. His comment was, "No subs, trash content."
No subs.
No English subs. I mean, no English subs.
Yeah.
Trash content, and I'm like, damn. But thank you for the comment.
I was gonna say, how did you feel about it though?
There's nothing I can do. Like subtitles require a lot of effort.
They do.
And I'm very sorry. I know that there are a lot of international fans of the HG podcast, and I'm really, really sorry. But in order for me to keep on doing this, I have to allocate some of my resources and my energy to specific stuff, and not
Because he's a one-man team, by the way.
it's true. It's true.
You like, I don't know if people really realize how much work you do, man. Like the amount of work you put into the AG podcast is crazy, because you got to remember, most people with podcasts not even close to this size of yours, of the AG podcast, have teams.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, if you are your team, like
Yes.
you are your guy.
Yes, sir.
So
Yeah.
that in itself is pretty crazy, and that's respectable. You know.
Thank you for that. But that doesn't mean that I will not that I will stop reading your comments, guys. Don't worry. Especially because there are a lot of people who genuinely want to see quality content, and what they do is they comment, like they comment on the lighting, they comment on the white balance. That was a first for me. Like somebody actually commented on the white balance, which I'm sorry if your eyes don't like the podcast. We're really improving everything.
I think
We're
we are.
trying.
Yeah. This alone should be.
Yeah, this should be. I hope that this actually is good enough for you. But if you probably don't know, but I've undergone a workshop for audio.
Yeah.
You did for editing as well, right?
Editing,
I
audio.
actually paid for a workshop.
Yeah.
I'm about to undergo video editing as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we're learning everything. My idea for this podcast when it started was people probably will not care about the video because they will just listen to it. Apparently, some people.
Yeah, I remember
require
when you originally were thinking about it. You're like, should I just do audio,
Yeah, exactly.
or should I throw video up? And I was
Yeah.
like, you never know. Like
You
there
never
could
know.
be people that actually watch a video. It's
Yeah.
weird because, so I ingest a lot of podcast content.
Me
I
too.
know you do too.
Mhm.
And there are times when I'm literally just listening to the audio,
Yep.
and then there's other times where I have the video at least up.
Yeah.
Like let's say it's on a second monitor or
Yeah.
something, or you're walking on a treadmill.
Yeah.
You just put the video up.
Yeah. And then I realized, some people they watch the podcast because they like the guest.
Yeah.
Like, I had an interview with Briggs, with
Yeah.
Rose, with Eterna
Eterna,
and Trex.
Yeah.
So some people
the
would
best
like-
rapper.
Best rapper, yeah. And people have different criteria on what podcast that they should watch. And don't worry, we're doing our best to improve everything. And we're reading your comments, especially those who have criticisms towards it. I mean, keep it going, guys.
Constructive
Really,
criticism is always good, man.
it's always good, especially
Right.
when they criticize my questions, the way that I do the podcast. But I guess sometimes you can't really appease to
Like what I was saying, you can't please everyone, man.
So that's true. I'm thinking of a different area of that statement though. It's like, okay, you cannot please everyone like naturally, like passively, not please everyone.
Yeah.
But let's say that this demographic or this certain people want this kind of stuff from you, and then there's another one that also wants a different thing from you.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to focus on this one first because that's the only thing that you can do. You know?
That's been my struggle, man.
Yeah.
Because esport, I would say for both of us,
Yeah.
esports is our biggest
Yep.
audience.
That's right.
Because that's what we're like. Our main jobs are like casters,
Yeah.
right? So
Yep.
casters for the professional league, and
Yeah.
so like we have that audience.
Yeah.
But then, like, you have an audience from, let's just say, just this podcast. For some reason, there's a subset of people who just want to listen to this podcast,
And we're
but maybe they
thankful for
don't
that.
watch. Yeah, but maybe they don't watch, the professional league
That's right.
every weekend.
Yep.
And then you probably have also a set of people who like to watch the guitar stuff that you put up once in a while. So it's like,
Yeah.
you have all these little different interests, and then you build audiences from each one,
Yeah.
and I've been
That's always
struggling
true,
with that too.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to get at is that we listen, we read your comments, but not because even when they're constructive criticism, and I know that they're gonna be good for the podcast. it doesn't necessarily mean that I can do it or I will do it. You know, some people wanted me to prepare questions for the guests, and I actually do prepare.
Yeah, you do. I was gonna say.
I do. But at the same time, I don't want it to be like an actual interview. I want it to be a conversation because that's how I want the AG podcast to be.
Yeah.
Sometimes there will be I think some interviewees are not really that talkative. They're not conversational, so they would prefer question and answer,
Yeah.
like for that or something like
Yeah,
that. And most of the people that I talk to in the podcast will just want to like we're doing that. We are 14 minutes in,
Is it 40 minutes already?
and we're just on the first topic.
I didn't realize it was 40
yeah,
minutes.
it was
man.
40 minutes. That's why. That's why I feel like some parts of the some criticisms or some constructive criticisms or comments on the podcast, although I know for sure that they'll be good for the podcast, and it's actually good practice to do it. I just can't accomplish that because it's not the direction that I want to go to with this podcast.
Yeah, which
You
is
have
the
to leave
main
it there.
point. It's
Yeah.
like you created this.
Yeah,
So you're the kind of the director of
Yeah.
your podcast. You know what I
Pretty
mean? Like
much,
it's your
yeah.
vision.
Yeah.
And it's always good to get feedback. But
Yep.
like at the end of the day, like you're the one driving the ship, you
that's
know?
right. That's right. And I hope that you stick with me on that journey. But like I said, we will try our best to do it. So if you do continue to, by the way, the Sucast on your Spotify, it still appears.
It
Still
does.
appears
It,
on my recommended. Like I
It
think
does.
once a month
It
it would
pops up.
appear. It pops up.
that's
Yeah.
probably just because we're, good friends.
Yeah, I was
that's
they know.
I was gonna say that's
They
them knowing, you know.
They know. Yeah, but I'm not gonna ask you about like what your direction will be with your podcast, and I'll leave it up to you to reveal that. But can we at least get a date, or I don't know if you wanna.
I can at least give a brief explanation.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, again, like the audience for the AG podcast will probably be a different, somewhat of a different audience for mine. The Suitcast, by the way, was my first experiment with podcasting, and it was audio only.
Mm-hmm.
I did like 50 episodes.
You
though.
did.
Yeah, I did like 50 episodes. It's kind of
Wow.
crazy. So that was great.
Yeah.
And then eventually I did like Built Diff podcast.
You did.
And you were like one of my first guests
Yes,
there.
sir.
But then I just wasn't able to continue that because I wanted to do video, but like it's so hard, man. Like if anyone
So
out there has
difficult.
attempted or even thought about starting a podcast, like some people are like, oh, it's easy, just get a microphone and like use your phone as a camera. Yeah. There's so much more to it than that, to creating a podcast, right? And I feel like because now there's so many podcasts, it's like the bar has been raised. So it's like if you don't have, certain audio, at least at the bare minimum, if you're doing a podcast, the audio has to be on
Yep.
point. Then it's the video, So it's like the standard for podcasts has slowly risen over the years. But so that's why I didn't continue Built Diff. And then, I wanted to do this new one. I just I couldn't conceptualize it. Didn't have the space for it.
Mhm.
Now we do here
Now we do.
at MPS.
Yes, sir.
And so I'll go ahead and just briefly say, basically, it's going to be a little bit generic in terms of like topics and stuff, but it's going to be called.
Oh, you have a name now.
Yeah, I do have a name.
You're gonna do a name reveal now.
I
You
can
sure?
do a name reveal because
Okay.
like by the time this comes out, I'll start most likely shooting for mine.
Yeah.
So release date would be next month, like March. So I'm doing season 1's going to be 10 episodes. I already have it planned out. It's not always going to be a guest. Like I know you have guests,
Yeah.
right? Mine is going to be a mix of solo episodes and guests.
Yeah.
And yeah, the title of the podcast is going to be A Fam.
A fam.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So
Alright.
I know, and it's playing a little bit on the trope of like, oh yeah, a fam, like, but that's also what my community was called from streaming. Also, there
Yeah.
was the Sue fam, and then there was a fam.
Yeah.
And there's for our friends out there, our mutual friends out there, there's B fam,
BFAM. Exactly.
So BFAM.
So like, there's AFAM and then now BFAM.
So
All right.
that's actually how it started. Like it was Burrito and Womi. Shout outs to them, by the way. Shout outs to you guys because they're like, Naisou, there's already a BFAM from Burrito. Why don't you just be AFAM since it's like double joke there, right? And they were talking about it on the Tagalog broadcast.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's perfect. And so my community that was the subscribers, like the paying subscribers, they were the AFAM, but anybody could have been SUFAM, like especially in the OG days.
Yeah.
And then so it's AFAM, but it's not spelled AFAM. So and by the way, a fam, for those that don't know, I believe it does stand for a foreigner around Manila.
I think it was assigned in Manila.
Assigned.
Yeah, because
a foreigner assigned Manila.
Yeah, assigned in Manila, something
well,
like that.
either way, it's
Either
a
way.
foreigner around Manila. Foreigner assigned Manila.
That sounds better.
Yeah, either or, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. Mine is AFAAM. So
Fam.
a Filipino American around Manila.
Oh.
Because I'm Filipino American. Yeah. So that's kind of a way of like, that's describing me, the host, without saying I'm the host. I'm a Filipino American. I'm around Manila, And my episodes will deal with different topics, but then my guests will also be either they will be foreigners around Manila, a mix of, let's say they're partly Filipino, maybe they're not, could be full Filipino, but my podcast is mainly going to focus on like, self-development, my own stories.
There you go.
What I've basically experienced and the triumphs and the obstacles that I've faced here in 15 years that I've been here. And some of the success stories of people out here too, and like them sharing their stories. And, some parts of it will be relationships and dating and everything I've experienced in 15 years.
Yeah. So it's not esports at all. Like
it's not. Yeah, it's really not going to be esports at all. If it is anything in esports, it'll probably be people within the network.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll talk a little bit about esports. I might reference my career because it's our career. Like esports is our career. It's like our main career.
Wow. Super excited about that, and I've always pushed you to do your podcast.
I know.
So I'm excited. So I'm excited about that. But you talked about something very important, which is when you recorded Built Diff and you incorporated the video. You would think that adding one element to it is just literally recording with your phone, but it's a totally different thing. And that's what I felt like when I was starting with the podcast. And I'm just very happy that when I started, I did it slowly.
Where was the location you first started again?
It was the One Esports office.
You
were episode 2.
Yeah.
You did. Okay.
So you were kind of at that time, if I remember right, you didn't even have all this equipment.
No, absolutely not. Everything is progressive, I guess. Oh, what's that? All right. So yeah, it was One Esports. I didn't have anything. The term I'd use is progressive, but basically it's like every important milestone of that podcast, I get a new equipment. So I started with one camera, and
in like you made that yourself, like. Yeah. You hit a milestone, you're like, I'm going to reward myself.
Something like the way that you invest in a business where the way that they described it to me was, let's say you put up an investment, you started with this capital, then you get it back.
Yeah.
You now have a choice whether you'll reinvest that to improve your equipment and everything, or just take that and, just take that as a profit.
So what was your first milestone?
It was when I got monetized, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Because of you. Yeah, it took
6 months wasn't the amount of time it took to get monetized. It was 6 months by the time you actually did it.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
No, not really 6 months, but maybe just 3 months. Just 3 months.
To get to do the whole process?
Yeah. So it was on the 3rd month when you clicked that button.
Oh, yeah.
It was the 3rd month.
Right,
and then the 6th month was when I got the money.
When you got,
Yeah, but...
Because it takes a while to get the thing in the mail.
But Actually, no, it wasn't. I think I got the second milestone was because it was M5. We got. I
Yeah.
think we got paid. I think we got. I think there was a talent fee that came through, and I
So you
decided.
upgraded.
Yeah, upgraded.
What was the
but
first
it was
thing?
slowly. Another camera. Another camera. So it eventually became because I only had 2 cameras before.
Yeah.
And, I was just borrowing one more camera,
Yeah.
and that's what I also do. By the way, I made a habit of looking for resources from other stuff like back when I was with One Esports.
But see, that's the thing, man. A lot of people don't have
Exactly.
the ability to do that. You know, like
Yeah.
we're grateful, and I know we're lucky enough, we're
Yeah.
fortunate enough
yeah,
to have a network
yeah.
that can, you can be able to do that.
And I honestly thought like just putting up a camera is just that's what all you needed. But apparently you need like a dummy battery, which will cost a tripod, another SD card, another source, another extension cord or anything.
Yeah,
And
soundproofing.
Soundproof it. The lights that we have right now, and God bless Tammy, Mom Tammy,
Mm-hmm.
because I used
Oh, that's from
her.
Ma'am
That was
Tammy?
from her. Not this one, but the old one
before.
that lasted for 2 years with me. Apparently lasted another 2 years with her before I bought it secondhand.
You know what though? Like, your we're gonna talk about this on my podcast,
Okay.
by the way. But also, I just want to say, since we're
Yeah.
on this point, like, what you did with 8G podcast and slowly upgrading it, although you had a better head start than a lot of people, obviously,
Yep,
because
for
like
sure.
I mentioned with the network, but how you slowly upgraded it
Yeah.
is a perfect like metaphor or description for delayed gratification. Like, all this stuff that you have now was because of your ability to be consistent over
I agree.
3 years now. Like,
I agree.
It's been 3 years, and some people, they think, and not just with podcasting, but anything in that they want to do,
Yeah.
they think they need like the best of everything. Dude, even the people that, let's just say they want to go work out, they want to go in the gym. They're like, I need the best supplements. I need the best gym clothes.
Yeah.
I need the best shoes. I need the best gym.
Yeah.
Dude, you don't. You can literally just start at home. Like, you can do push-ups and sit-ups and wall sits and like body workouts if you really wanted to start. Now, obviously, with podcasting, it's like a little bit,
It's a little
technical.
different. It's a little bit
Yeah,
different.
but you don't need all this. You know
Yes,
what I
for
mean?
sure.
You don't need all that.
I totally agree with that. I think the only reason why I had to start with something was because I felt like, at least, I just set the bare minimums. Like,
Yeah.
it has to be good audio.
That's the bare minimum.
Yeah, and two cameras. If I only have one camera, then at least I'll borrow one.
Yeah.
So during the first few episodes, I kept on borrowing. And when I said borrow, you have to pay for it. It's not like it's free borrowing, right? So it's like renting. Actually, why did I say borrow?
Yeah, I was
Should
gonna
say
say
rent.
it's renting, basically.
It's renting. And then eventually, you feel like, oh man, I'm spending too much. Because I did spend a lot.
You did.
I would say that the real ROI was about 8 months into it. So ever
8
since I
months
started,
into the podcast.
the real ROI where I
Is that where you broke even? Is that what you mean?
broke even. That's right. And then during that time, I decided to we have to improve on. I have to use whatever I earn from the podcast, which is not a lot actually.
Yeah. Some people probably think, they're like, dang, Wolf's probably a millionaire off this
Nah,
podcast.
It's not. It's like it's just
He's a
paying for itself.
billionaire.
I'm not a millionaire. I'm a billionaire.
He's a
But yeah.
billionaire.
I'm gonna go with that. But yeah. What you said about actually trying to get the best out of the stuff before you start, I definitely resonate with that. That's why I kept on, because there are people who always ask me like how to start a podcast. I always tell them just do it, man. Whatever
Yeah.
you have. If it's just your phone, do it. And honestly, good stuff right now are getting cheaper. Like good mics are actually
Mics.
getting cheaper.
Yeah.
There are cheaper choices.
Mm-hmm.
You probably will not get the same mic for because the value of the mics right now are getting actually the same brand
Yeah.
getting more expensive actually.
Mm-hmm.
Back when I started this thing, that thing did not cost as much as this thing because this is a newer one.
Yeah.
That's not. I'm actually surprised. But all I'm saying is that there are cheaper alternatives, and
There
you can
is.
start with that,
You can start with that, yeah.
and then just improve.
Dude, honestly, if people want to start a podcast, I feel like they also need to they should even just start practicing talking,
Mm-hmm.
like
I agree.
recording themselves talk,
Yeah, I
but
guess
like solo. You know what I mean?
that's where we have a head start.
Yeah. Well,
Podcasters.
since we're yappers, yappers
so
for a
we're
living.
professional yappers.
Yeah.
I think it's natural for us, but also I think you also have to consume content.
Mm.
There was this very cheesy and cliche proverb that we've had as because I was a writer back then
Yeah.
during
What's-
when I was in elementary and first in high school as well. The cheesy proverb was in order for you to write, you have to be a reader first, something like that.
Okay.
So basically,
in order to write, you have to be a reader first.
reader first. So
Okay.
the essentially is you cannot expect people to read your work if you're not reading other people's work or something like that. So because you develop your skills, right?
So, in order to be a talker, you need
Yeah.
to be a listener. Is that
Yeah.
right? Is that right, Bob?
No, yeah.
Is that the
But
same
what I
logic?
want to translate it to is you make content or do something that you actually consume.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you cannot be a podcaster without consuming podcasts. It's just
Yeah.
I know maybe some miracle boy can do it. Maybe
Maybe
1 in a million, but
that's I just feel like that's kind of difficult to do though. Like if
It's
you
difficult.
you haven't really ingested hours of podcasting,
Yeah.
like you know what I mean?
it took a lot of inspiration for us to do this.
Yeah, I'm sure like you and I both. I know
Yep.
we both have watched hours
Yep.
and hours upon
That's
hours of podcasts.
Different types of podcasts as
Yeah.
well. Even the things that you eventually do not like. I think that's also important. Like you have to also look at things that you don't like,
Yeah.
especially the things that you do. Like there are some podcasts that I force myself to listen to
Mm-hmm.
because I want to study it and how
Mm.
they're doing it, basically. So I don't know why we got into that topic, but
Hey, that's good.
it.
That's a good topic, man.
Yeah. So right now, I planned this podcast to be very short because I don't want to eventually take whatever topic you'll have because I'll be, I guess, your podcast.
It's all good.
Real quick before we end this,
Mhm.
of course we have to talk about MPL. Man, are you excited?
I'm
Are
excited.
you gonna Are you still gonna be casting for ML for the next season?
I am.
there you go, there you go.
I am. Yes. I'm super excited. I'm super excited for MPL. I always am. But I will say this. Now that this is going to be my 9th season. Yeah, this is going to be my 9th season that I'm going into. So MPL Philippines season
That's
17.
Yeah, 9th. Yeah.
I always take like a rest period. Like after an international or even after an MPL, I always take a little brief rest period away from MLBB. Like I'm talking about everything.
Valid.
I don't play it for like 2 weeks.
Valid.
I don't watch anything related to MLBB for like 2
No.
weeks. Cause dude, come on. Like even all the qualifiers leading to M7,
Yeah.
dude, our life is MLBB, which is great that that's the case. That's our career. But it's like almost every single day of my life when we're in season and leading to an international, you're just watching MLBB, So I just feel like it's healthy, like mentally, and it's a great reset for me personally. I don't know if everybody does this, but I personally have done this now for years, that I take some time off from it completely.
Sabbatical.
Yep. And then I will slowly get back into it. I'll start playing again daily. I'll go back to grinding the ranked games. I'm a solo queuer, by the way. I love solo queuing, but I also play with viewers, obviously, when I stream. And then I'll start catching up on everything. So I just started doing that this week, where I started looking at all the
roster.
rumors going around.
Roster rumors,
The rosters are about to be revealed, because the deadline's been set, and there's a whole lot of talk going around, and So I'm getting back into it. I'm putting myself back into the atmosphere of MLBB, and it's very exciting because I know there's a lot of things happening.
Do you do this sabbatical because you want to avoid burnout?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
I think even if you're extremely passionate about something and you love it, like you can still burn out from it.
Yeah.
If you don't at least take some form of a break from it. Like, dude, that can apply to anything in life, even like bro, even like relationships, like friendships and your partnerships, and I'm sure like I'm sure everything. Like even if you're extremely in love and passionate about something, you need some time to go ahead and focus on something else, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's why, like, I don't want to go into an extreme tangent here, but like, let's say you're in a loving and wholesome and great relationship. Those people, those two individuals, still need to have their own hobbies and things that they're into.
Yeah.
To take basically those brief moments in their day or their week or whatever it is, to go focus on that.
Yeah.
And then they come back to it.
Chanced up on that just recently on a different podcast. Something about individuality and how important it is.
It's super important. So I look at MLBB and MPL as a relationship, man. You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
Dude.
Okay.
Jokes aside, I'm sure there's been times where you've been eating breakfast with an MLBB game on, MPL game on. You've had lunch. You've had your midnight snack watching games. You know, you've probably fallen asleep watching MLBB,
M7, man.
M7. You know what I'm saying? That's why I look at it as, bro, I'm in a relationship with MLBB.
Yeah.
I need some time.
I guess I look at it in a more of a micro perspective. But by the way, I also do that. But it's not 2 weeks. Maybe just
like a week.
Like less than even. But I make sure that there's a time in a day, exactly 2 hours in a day, where I don't think about work in general, any kind of work. Because
that's hard for some people to do, though.
It is.
Because you literally have to like turn a switch off and be like,
you have to train yourself for it.
Yeah.
And I cannot say that I'm an expert, but I have practiced it for about a year now.
Yeah.
And playing the guitar basically, and or doing other things like that. The gym. But then,
dude, I'm sorry. I've been itching my nose this whole podcast.
It's okay, man.
No, it's not even that. It's I need to trim my mustache, bro.
Okay.
Like it's poking me.
Yeah, it's poking you now. What I'm saying, but doing the gym, man, I don't know. My brain's so active.
So yours is guitar.
Yeah,
and mostly just guitar.
Mostly just music, actually.
Okay.
And maybe recently Game of Thrones.
Hey, to the Seven Kingdoms.
Yes, sir.
Let's not spoil it, but damn.
You know what? There's a Rise of the Dragon.
Oh yeah.
Book here. I forgot to bring my Game of Thrones books, but I do have.
Do you have all of them? Do you have the?
Yeah, I did have it. Bought it. Wow, that might be 10 years ago.
10 years ago. We got to add some more books in here.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. So I think so far this has been the best season of all the Game of Thrones.
I thought you were gonna go to MPL.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the way I turn it off is to watch movies and
enjoy
music music. I don't know, man. I'm just, there are turn off your brain movies.
Yeah.
Like John Wick is for me a turn off your brain kind of movie series.
John Wick, yeah.
Recently, I've been watching Equalizer, which is also like, that's
1, 2, or 3. Which one do you like most?
Equalizer.
Yeah.
Is it a cop out if I say 1?
No.
Yeah. 1.
Some people really like. I mean, the first one usually in like series are usually pretty goated.
There's Equalizer. I'm watching Reacher. I don't know if you watch Reacher.
Reacher, yeah. I haven't watched
the recent one. Yeah, but basically those are the things that I watch, which I just turn off my brain, watch two dudes. Do
you also like turn your notifications off for that time too? Because I feel like, since we have a lot of social media stuff, like that's the thing. My phone's like almost perpetually in like personal mode or something.
God bless, do not disturb, man. God bless, do not disturb. I think that it wasn't easy before to turn off your notifications.
Yeah.
But right now, all the things are easy to
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 handle.
to handle. Yeah. So going back to the topic, I avoid burnout by doing it in a micro level rather than doing it for 2 weeks.
I think whether it's micro or not, like whatever you need to manage. Some
Yeah.
people will be like, "Damn, I need like a 3-week vacation."
Yeah.
And I guess sometimes some people need that.
Yeah.
But are you excited for season 17?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you've got all the inside info, man.
I do. It's a blessing and a curse, man.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. Sometimes because there was a time where I literally post something that's not related to MPL, and then people were like looking for clues in that.
Yeah.
So I just rode off of that and then eventually posted some clues. Right. So it's a blessing and a curse because now I cannot post anything that people will just easily think as
Reading between the
Yeah,
lines.
they will read between the lines.
You
All
and
right.
Midnight.
So,
Sorry, Midnight's hieroglyphics.
Midnight's hieroglyphics are smart,
Yeah.
especially if you eventually find out what they
Yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to say. So, I would say though, better follow Midnight than my. But I will post a lot of reels for my podcast clips. But apart from that, if you're looking for roster announcements, unfortunately, I cannot give you those the confirmations before the announcements right now because of what I know now. What has been granted to me, I cannot say anything about it. Unfortunately,
It's a heavy
it's
responsibility,
a heavy
man.
responsibility. Okay, so am I excited? I'm excited because there are new stuff, but I think this season there's not much surprises. All right,
Really?
how to say this? There are big surprises, but generally, on average, they're pretty normal.
Okay.
But there's just
Is that a hint right now?
outlier.
Is that a
is
hint?
Yep, that is a hint. Like all of the surprises are just in one side of the whole spectrum of MPL announcements.
Okay.
So imagine if
Everything else is pretty chill. Is that what you're saying?
everything else is just pretty. I would say even boring. It's like
Okay.
man, the next season is only exciting because of that stuff. But at the same time, I'm excited about different stuff because season 17 was it 16? Sorry,
16, yeah.
season 16 was experiments when we did the Howl and some
yeah.
of the other stuff. The upcoming season
Is
now
the
it's
Howl
more-
returning?
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much.
Okay.
Because most people liked it.
I liked it.
Yeah. And that being said, what makes me excited about it is that now we can be more how do I say this? Creative. is
With
word
the
there.
Howl.
With the Howl.
Or, okay. With the Howl.
That's why. Okay, now what I wanted to really ask you about this is because I know you're a gym guy. You're a self-help kind of guy, you know. You always look for improvements. And now that you're on the 9th season, that's year 5 technically.
Yes.
That is Isn't that
Damn.
crazy?
Yeah, that's crazy. Wow. Yeah. Now that you
Yeah.
say it like that, I didn't think about it. Like, yeah, it's my 5th year. Yeah.
Now you're year 5.
Year
Like,
5.
how do you keep on making sure that you have improved? And I gotta say this because in working out and going to the gym in fitness, there's this thing called plateau, and I'm sure that you've had your own plateau yourself.
Yeah.
But you know now how to conquer that. You know how to handle it in the gym setting. But I wonder if that is even something that you also consider when you're in your craft as a shoutcaster. Like, how do you keep on improving, making sure that you have improvements season after season?
Damn, that's a heavy question, man.
That's a TT Racing hot take.
That's a
Hot seat.
Shout out to TT Racing. Hot
Yeah,
seat.
actually.
What's your code again?
TT Wolf.
TT Wolf.
Yeah,
Flash it on the screen now. TT
man.
Wolf for TT Racing.
legit.
Now we just need a TT Naisou.
Yeah. Or, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. TT Naisou.
Okay. How do I continue to improve even though I've been doing this for a while now?
Yep.
Dude, like, that's a great question because last year, this would have been last year, I had to ask myself that. That was the first time in my casting career that I had to sit down and ask myself kind of what's next or what now.
So this was before season 15?
Yes, because this would have been after M6 in Malaysia.
All right.
So briefly, for those that don't know, because I have talked about this in my vlogs and stuff like that, that M6 was very special for me because I'm a very goal-oriented person. So my long-term goal for casting ever since I got in was I would love to cast a grand final at the M Series. And by M Series, I'm at the M World Championship, you know? And I was like, that's my long-term goal, to be on that desk. And, you know, when I got it, I remember when I got the opportunity to do that in M6, I was like, I took some time to like reflect before even going to the venue and was like, dang, you know, this was my long-term goal. Like, this is what I set out to do. And it took me 4 years.
Yeah.
You know, and I remember saying that to myself, like, damn, it took me 4 years to get here. And obviously some people, like, you can never measure your progress against other people's progress. They say that even with the gym. Like, you can't
for sure
compare your chapter in the book to someone else's
took
chapter.
me 5 years, by the way, for myself.
5 years, damn, you know. Everyone's on a different projection and trajectory. And so after that, absolutely loved it. Got the cast with Mirko and Gideon, which is so funny because that was the lineup. That was the caster lineup for my first international ever, which was MSC 2022. And so that was almost like a full circle. I don't even know if that was intentional by the people that created the rotation, but it was almost like a full circle thing. It was like, oh, there was my first international in MSC 2022 with these two boys. And now here I am doing my first world championship final with the same two boys.
Yeah.
You know, love them, by the way. Love Mirko, love Gideon. We had a hell of a time in Bali, by the way. Right after M7. Sana all. You were supposed to be there. But it's fine.
Yeah.
You had
It's
your
what it
reasons.
is.
Yeah, it is what it is. But so I go and do that cast. Absolutely loved it. Reflected afterwards. And it wasn't until I came back to the Philippines that I was like, I remember coming back here and then sitting down and being like, because it was the beginning of the year too. So I remember just asking myself, like, what is my next goal? And I feel like if anybody has been goal oriented at some point in their life, or they are right now, that's something everybody struggles with. It's like the same thing in the gym. Like if you set out to go and hit a 100 kg bench press, and then you finally hit it after however long it takes you, once you hit it, you're like, damn, that's great. I hit it, but like, what's next? Right? And logically, the chase for a lot of people of 100 kg is way more interesting and fulfilling to them than, let's say, 150 kg, or like if they ever get to like a 200 kg.
I understand that because that's how I feel about my first pull-up.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
And so it's also a great depiction of how like human nature is, you're just never satisfied. Like naturally people are just never satisfied, and that's why obviously it's so important to actually practice and be knowledgeable about like living in the present and like being content with what you have, and you know, taking time to reflect and all that. Like that's a whole thing. And so that's what I had to do. Like I'm literally saying this because that's what I had to do after I hit that major long-term goal of mine, and then say, okay, how can I improve? Like I literally asked myself that question, how can I improve? And you know, I always look at the casts I've done. I've always looked at my own style of casting, because everybody, for those that don't know, everybody has a different style of casting. Everybody has different roles on the casting desk. And it was just, how can I be better? How can I refine myself? Even some questions of, should I go and start to cast and learn a different game? I'm talking about a completely different genre, by the way, before there's any speculation, right? I'm talking about a different genre. Should I go learn FPS, or should I go and like try to cast my favorite game of all time, World of Warcraft? You know, like should I go and, you know, do something else in a different genre?
Yeah.
But I was like, there's still so much more improvement I can do within MLBB. You know, although I've been able to accomplish a lot, it's like you can always improve. That's even if I love how we're always relating this to the gym, but even if it's just adding the 1.25 kg onto the bar, that's still something. And so now that's how I kind of look at it. It's like after you feel like you're a professional at what you do, it's the small like tweaks to continuously improve.
It's just, I guess, because when we talk about like small tweaks, it's hard to measure and keep track.
It's very different.
You can get lost in you just confidently saying to yourself, "Nah, I'm improved. No, don't worry," or something like that. But you just have to. I guess when the thing you said about goal setting, that's one thing that I've learned only about 2 years from now, which is crazy. I mean,
wow.
I think I practiced it even before because I've always set goals in my life, but I haven't like religiously done it for everything that I do.
As in, like you used to just kind of mentally
just know that this is what it takes to be good.
Yeah.
I never thought that is important to other parts of my life because, as a shoutcaster, I always have the goal is to improve, but there's no actual goal. The goal is just to improve. Make sure that there's something new, So every season, I make sure that I do something different. So that's what I always do.
Because actual goal setting is like, as in you wrote it down? Is that what you're saying? Like 2 years ago, you started writing it down?
Okay, so this is something I learned from playing the guitar.
Yeah.
Because interestingly, when I learned the guitar, or specifically the electric guitar, the way that I started with it was just so that I will have something else to do that's spiritual in a sense,
Yeah, you feel like you're in the zone.
In the zone.
Yeah.
But then my teacher, Ole, I think it was the second session. It was just the second session. And he dropped down a bomb, which was, oh, by the way, you have a recital.
He just like, boom. I'm going to throw you to the fire.
Yeah. And
how'd you feel?
It's nerve-wracking for sure because the recital was actually crazy because I had to play the guitar with his band in an actual gig.
This was after your second
after the second session, dude. So it's like your lesson number 2, basically.
Yeah.
But you don't have to do it like right away. But essentially what he instilled in my head is like, hey, now it's different. Now it's not just about learning. Now it's about setting a goal. Because now you have a goal wherein you have to learn this specific song. So
how much time did you have?
How much time? I think it was... So if it was September, what's May? No, it was end of May. So it was June, July, August, September. 4 months.
Okay.
Essentially.
Seems like a lot. I mean, ample time. Like I don't know about, because I don't know anything about learning guitar.
I think...
Is that a good amount of time?
I think for us, 30-year-olders, trentahins.
Trentahins.
That's not it.
Is
because
that
I feel like, I think...
or is it because you didn't have as much time to like be able to... Like,
I think if we were younger and that's all that we do.
Yeah.
Even if we have school, like maybe...
Because how much time did you commit to learning and practicing guitar per day? Like, was it a per day?
2 hours.
Every day?
Every day. 2 hours every day. Yeah.
That's actually a lot of... I mean,
that's a lot of time, right?
Yeah.
But, and then, I even brought a guitar to MSC.
Yeah. Dude, that's... I mean... Sometimes when I see you carrying all your bags and like your luggage and like you're paying for extra luggage and you got your guitars and like you have all this too, dude, I'm just like, again, for myself, I'm kind of amazed at you because I'm like, I would not
but that's the reason why I'm able to do what I'm able to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
that's why I keep my sanity, even though
massive respect, man, because like it's a lot of effort.
Yeah. Thank you. But because there was now a goalpost. Now you have something to strive for. Now you have inspiration. You have the drive. And the good thing about playing the guitar is if you reach that goalpost, you can always just move it. So September and then come October, come November, now it's 2 songs that I have to perform. December, it was all of a sudden 8 songs.
That's a huge jump. Damn.
Because now you learn how it goes. So I think that the growth will now become. I think that it goes slow and then
there's like a burst.
There's like a big burst.
Yeah.
And then there's a plateau. And I think I'm at a plateau now. So that's why I feel like I had to like rewire my brain around it. Like,
so how do you break through plateaus?
Like what you also said, look at minor improvements.
Yeah. That's
like
what mastery is though, right?
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
You've got this foundation like on lockdown, but then it's like the minor things you fix.
Now going back, circling back to what you said during the first parts of the segment, I think you talked about burnout.
Yeah.
I also learned that there is burnout when it comes to learning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because there was one song which, or actually just literally one part, that no matter what I do, no matter how hard I couldn't get it. Then I think I was forced to stop. I can't remember why. Maybe because I was just busy. So I couldn't play the guitar for maybe a week. I jumped right back in. Boom, I get it. For some reason.
Dude,
it happens in everything, man.
Can I just say I know we reference the gym a lot, but this is why I encourage anyone watching this, male or female, whatever,
Yeah.
You need to the gym teaches you so many life lessons.
I agree.
So
I agree.
That is the same thing as for a lot of people, they work out continuously.
Yeah.
And then they get plateaued in a lift, they get stuck. And then either most people just continue to work through it, right? They might actually burn out.
Yeah.
But one of the strategies there for the gym is actually deloading. It's called deloading. I know I've talked to you about this at least a little bit, but deloading is essentially like you're still working out, you're still going to the gym, but let's just say you reduce all the volume that you're doing by like 50%. And so you're still kind of going through the motions. You're still keeping your body and your muscles active, but you're actually giving it a break from all the, trying to push the PRs, trying to push the intensity. And also some people also just take a break. Like they'll take like 3-4 days off the gym.
Yep.
Mind you, the myth is like, oh, if I don't go to the gym for how many days, I'm going to lose muscle and stuff. No, like you're scientifically, studies wise, 2 weeks is the marker. So if you don't gym and lift for 2 weeks, then you actually start to lose muscle.
Okay.
But it's the same concept, right? Like if you take some time off or you reduce the volume. So in your case with guitaring, like you just didn't have the volume of guitar practice because you didn't do it for a week.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. You come back basically stronger.
Yeah.
You come back.
I guess because there are also muscles,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
Gym is life.
Gym is life. For those, this is a very cheesy, another cheesy quote that I just learned from another podcast. It's about like for anyone who wants to get back to the gym or start with the gym. They say the heaviest weight in the gym is the front door.
The front door of the gym.
The front door of the gym.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Just like what I did with podcasting.
Yeah.
Just do it. I'm sure that there's some requirements where you have to do it, but just showing up in the gym is important. But that's also what I try to do now.
Yeah.
And it's mainly because I want to be healthy too. Yeah. And happy to say that ever since November, I have been constantly in the gym.
Was it November last year?
No,
it was earlier than that.
So it was earlier than that, but there were some times where
you took off.
Where I took off, but
consistently
from November. Yeah. So it's great. Feel good. I feel good actually. Feel better. I sleep better.
You're definitely.
I'm more awake.
I would say you're definitely moving around different.
I am moving around actually.
Yeah, you're moving around a whole lot different, man. I saw you before.
So funny.
I'm about to ready to bust out the wheelchair.
Yeah. I know.
The crutches, man. There was times when I was like, "Wolf,
yeah, man.
I might have to lift you, man."
I know. just move like an old guy,
Yeah,
like,
but now like
much better.
much better.
Still have so much to go, but way better.
1 year makes a big difference.
Yeah.
It hasn't even been a full year of consistency, but it's been like,
My tip is also, I think it's important to put yourself around people who are also into it.
yeah.
Like, I'm always with you. Well, it's really just with you.
Yeah.
Because we're neighbors.
Yeah, we're neighbors. We're neighbors. But yeah, like having basically an accountability partner in whatever you try to do really helps.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't think I'll ever get into that phase where I'll do thirst traps. But my goal is just to be healthy. That's
Dude, you can at least let out a couple bicep pics, man. Like keep your shirt on. But like, dude, you have to start to show the guns, Wolf. Like I will, like, if you won't,
time will come, man.
I'll post your before arm pic.
If I won't.
Yeah. If you will, I will. The before arm pic to the now arm pic. Bro, your arms were thin.
By the way, don't be like me. To all of you who are starting to go to the gym, it's not vanity to take a lot of pictures when you started and were in your progress. Don't be like me because I didn't take a picture when I started.
And I told this guy to take photos, man, because I was like, bro, you have to take photos of yourself for progress purposes.
Yeah.
Like just because you take the photos doesn't mean you have to post them, Like it's really like, because you as the person working out, you actually don't see the change as much, like because you're seeing yourself every day. You know what I mean? But if you had those first couple photos when you first signed up, dude, and for some reason I have them, like I have them of you, like in my stories and stuff.
That's our thing. Right? We take a big picture of each other. Yeah.
And so like, but I'm sure, like you just said, like you wish you had those before photos, and big respect, big props to all the MPL players that have found the fitness lifestyle.
Yes, sir. In M7, I think that most of the time that I went to the gym,
someone was there.
Yeah, 80% of the time, Doming specifically will be there.
Dude, Doming has to be the most consistent, I feel like.
I agree.
Now, maybe if like King Kong.
Yeah. If King Kong was there. King Kong.
Because in M6, King Kong was the one that was like always there.
When I was working with him, King Kong and Kelra are...
Yeah, King Kong and Kelra.
Are adamant going to the gym. Doming, what I really like about him is that he goes in the morning.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was weird because I was the morning... Like, I've always been the morning lifter.
Yeah.
So, and I knew like professional players, like, they got that gamer schedule going on. So like,
schedule,
they're going to probably work out at night. Like, for example, Oheb was always there at like 11 p.m. or midnight.
Yeah, UA.
We
got there late.
But Domeng was on this, dude, he was on the same schedule I was. I'd see him at breakfast.
Yep.
Like early.
Yeah.
And then he'd be in the gym.
Yeah.
And then he'd probably go do his training and stuff like that for the matches.
That must mean that he sleeps early too.
Yeah.
That's why he became a champion, man.
That's why he's a champ, man.
Yeah.
UA as well.
UA.
as well.
All the champs work out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the fact that the fitness thing is it's a thing now for MPL players. I think was it Falcons that started it, or
it was probably honestly it was probably Falcons.
Falcons or Arnic, yeah.
Falcons, I think, were the very first ones because
who
Coach
publicly
Ducky,
maybe posted it.
Yeah, because Coach Ducky was very like
right.
and back
You're
when they were
right.
Bren, they had the whole Bren gym thing.
You're
So
right.
it's definitely I feel like Ducky was probably the first, at least here in the Philippines. But like you even see what Coach Panda like did with BTR boys. Like they had like a military training thing, man.
And he even wore the military. Yeah, I think because he is Korean, so he had to go through military, so he went there. But wow, I'm just so happy that Coach Panda is back.
Yeah, same. I can't wait to watch his impact there.
I just hope BTR, please, if they don't have any results for the first season with him, don't give up.
Yeah,
This is a message for all Indo teams out there. Even with Kelra being there, I'm sure Kelra was just dominant.
Yeah.
In that region. But please, don't judge one import's performance with just one season.
Yeah.
That's just what I hope.
You see, like,
Man.
even the lasting impact that Coach Panda has to the point where, like, even as a champion now for Demon Kite, like, he still references
That's right.
his time with Coach Panda.
That's right.
You know, they all do. Like, even Light, you know,
Yeah.
obviously Emon's still with him now over there, but
Yep.
you know, I think that is probably the biggest evidence of like just how much of an impact someone like Coach Panda has had on these players, and you know, eventual now like world champions.
That's right.
That they are.
Coach Panda also is looking very fit. I don't know.
Yeah.
If you noticed.
Dude, I remember when he first came up to, I think it was me and Leo.
Yeah.
And he was so excited. Coach Panda was so excited because he was just starting to track his steps, like his steps. He even came up to me and Leo to show us his new watch that tracks steps.
Yeah.
And he was showing us that, you know, every day he's able to get 10,000 steps in.
Great.
And, you know, that was enough to help him start to lose weight. And then I think he started like doing body weight exercise and eventually lifting. And yeah, he looks amazing now. Like I saw his photo and I was just like, wow.
Yep.
I'm glad he kept up with it.
Man, looks like a K-pop artist now.
Like a K-pop artist.
Like a proper K-pop artist. So yeah, good luck. I guess since you brought up some of the crazy roster rumors, I don't know if I mean, I cannot confirm or deny whether or not there will be imports here in the Philippines.
Yeah.
I want to know your thoughts on it because
Like,
I think I don't understand it, me personally. If the rumors were actually true,
so you don't like, or you wouldn't agree that we need imports. Is that what you're saying?
yeah,
Okay.
I don't think we need it. I think we have enough talent here in the Philippines. I think it's not good for the local players and the import players because here's the thing, right? When you go to Indonesia,
Yeah.
you don't ask them to learn English. You learn Bahasa Indo. That's what you do.
Okay.
It's also the thing you do in Malaysia. You learn Bahasa Malay.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately for Western teams and maybe MENA teams, they are better at English compared to Southeast Asian teams, right? So at least you can actually converse in English. Because I think that Aurora, Turkey converses in English.
Mm-hmm.
So all I'm saying is that there are the cons are just too much to compare to the pros. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's my opinion about it.
Are you asking my opinion?
I hope that I'm wrong. I hope that, you know, if there will eventually be imports in the Philippines and they become successful, I hope I'm wrong. But man, the cons just outweigh the pros way too much. So what's your opinion about it? Whether or not it's true.
I think that's interesting. Like, I mean, because this is where I see like almost a struggle in terms of how do we validate bringing in imports when we already have like an MDL, like a developmental league, where like technically that's the pool that we should be grabbing from. You know, I don't want to say I'm completely anti-import here, anti-import, you know, players or let's just say coaches or something, right? Let's say even coaches. But dude, I just think the Philippines is just so stacked with talent.
Yes, I agree.
And there's probably a ton of talent that's not even in the MDL, for example. That I just feel like we don't necessarily need the imports, but who knows? Maybe there's a bigger strategy there, a bigger picture there where like it could be almost to like an agreement thing.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't know, but I just feel like at some point if it gets to a point where imports are more of a prevalent thing here in the Philippines, then you're going to have the questions of, well, what's the use of MDL?
That's also true.
Right.
I think you raised a very good point there.
Yeah. And then it would make me question as well, like if I'm a player, what does that mean for my future? And if I'm an investor or an organization in MDL, what does that mean for my resources?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I look at it, I guess.
Yeah. I think the only justification that I would accept is it's just because of the resources.
Yeah.
Let's just say because again, I guess the biggest rumor right now is this Savero and this Kelra thing that it's like a straight swap.
Is it just that's what I'm saying. Like, is it just a swap?
Maybe
And
that's how I see it. That's how I see it. I'm not saying that it is like that.
And then it's like, for what? You know, like, I guess that's if I was just simply just a fan.
Yeah.
That would be my question. For what?
I think it was. I think it was MTB who said it. I might be wrong, but there was someone that I talked to who said it, and the answer was, Onic as an organization would want the most out of. They really are looking into EWC. They want to win it. Onic as an organization, and we know that they're based in Indonesia.
Yeah.
So it's like they want the trophy.
Mm-hmm.
So the most practical way for them, and I guess the most cost-effective way for them to do it is to get Kelra. That's how I view it.
Yeah. And I feel like it's also, like, as some people would, I don't know if they would meme about it or not, but it's like, yeah, that's their KK connection. So, like, they still keep the
Kyrie.
KK. Yeah, Kyrie Kelra.
Yeah.
Instead of King Kong Kelra. You know, and it's
True.
like, wait, there's.
Don't get me wrong. I'm so excited about that duel. I am actually.
I am
excited.
too. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's exciting stuff, but I think just as when we saw the very first import of Kyrie going with Coach Yeb to Indonesia, 3-4 years ago, whatever it was at that point, how that was kind of like this paramount thing happening.
Yeah.
This could be not the equivalent of that, but more so of like, what impact does this have?
Yeah.
Of whether it's a swap, whether it's a pure, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many things going on behind the scenes that we don't even know about, or that the
That's also
average
true.
viewer doesn't know about.
Yeah, because the people, the decision makers, they have a different lens on how they look at the players, and I'm sure that the Kelra Kyrie thing is gonna be great. I'm just very much unsure of what I would feel if the rumors are actually true that there will be Indonesian players in the Philippines. I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But I just feel like it's bad for the import and bad for the organization.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
I don't know. It's almost one of those things where it's like, just like, with the first import with Kyrie, it's like, it's almost like a case study thing. It's like, how's this going to turn out?
But think about it, like, what if it turns out great?
Good. Yeah.
What if that's actually what we needed to spice things up here in the Philippines, you know? Maybe.
But then,
Like I said, I hope I'm wrong.
what if it inspires even other players to just be better?
Also true.
That's what I'm saying. There's so many avenues that we could take.
Now that you think about it, it's not entirely bad for the player for the imported player, because now he's going to be playing in PH region.
Yeah.
So with that comes a lot of improvements, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's like, it's like a progressive overload for the...
Basically, yeah.
Okay, now I'll change my opinion. Maybe it's not totally bad for the import, actually. I guess it's only bad because of the communications issue. And, being shipped to the Philippines. I think that's a cruel way to... I think that's cruel.
What, being shipped to the Philippines?
Yeah.
You gotta love your country, man.
I love my country, but as a player, as a professional player.
I wonder, I hope at some point you get to, if it's true, I hope you get to speak with, I don't know how good his English is, but I hope you get to speak with Savera if he does come over. And then you can ask him.
Yeah.
But then you might just get a PR answer if it's on a podcast or something.
That's true.
I would love to know, like, so how did you feel?
I think I'll find a way. I'll find a way.
You're going to find a way, Wolf.
We'll always find a way. You know what? in the middle of the podcast, I will change my opinion
Yeah.
because I didn't realize that you can actually improve so much if you're in the Philippines.
Yeah, you can. It's like permanent. Like instead of just facing against a Filipino team on an international stage, you get to
Actually.
literally like.
So this
Yeah.
is a long game, kind of.
It's a long game.
It's a long game where maybe one. Okay, let's just be upfront. If it is actually Onyx Indonesia with Keller there, I'm sure that there will be good results for Onyx Indonesia, and then the long term growth will be on Savero.
Yeah.
Like maybe we don't see him become a champion immediately after the first season, but he will come out as a better player.
Yeah. Like his
Overall.
experience buff is going to be crazy here.
Right. Okay. Now I changed my mind. Actually, it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing.
Yeah. It's not. I
Actually-
mean, that's what I'm saying. It's not. Nothing is going to be totally bad. But just like with any decision, there's always going to be like changes, right? Whether they're positive or
Yeah.
seen as positive or seen as negative, there's always going to be a rippling effect to some degree.
Wow.
So I think that's what I would pay attention to, and
Yeah.
and it's not going to happen like right now. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's going to take time for that to happen.
Yeah. Time will tell. All right. Now it becomes exciting, but not specifically. Maybe not this particular season. Maybe,
Yeah.
but in the long run, it will be.
Because we're on the topic too, real quick. I just want to say, like, you see what I don't know if this is confirmed yet. Again, maybe I'm out of the loop now, but like even some of the teams or some of the regions doing some different things with imports. I think it was the Chinese teams that were saying that they would actually have a certain like
Yep.
restrictions
Yeah,
on
they can't have a
imports.
jungler.
Can't have a jungler.
Yeah.
What do you think of that? What do you think of that?
Mm-hmm. So I like it I like it so much because it shows that region believes in their talent because they know that.
Is jungler the most important role? Is that what they're basically saying, or like why?
I think so.
Do you feel like jungler is the most important role? Like, let's say in a team, in a typical team, like, is your jungler the biggest impact?
Yeah.
Because of
no, I still feel it's the XP lane.
XP?
Yeah.
Is that just because of the meta right now, or
Yeah,
is
I
that
think it's because of the meta.
okay?
Because okay, I think it's helpful for their region because it will force their junglers to be good, and I feel like junglers should be shot callers as well. After talking to Carl Teasy
Yeah,
in the podcast and learning from him, I understood that you have to be a shot caller or a decision maker at least
yeah,
if you're a jungler. So I think it's important in that regard. And the fact that the China region barred import junglers forces their junglers to step up. Right. So I think I like it in that regard, you know.
yeah. I think I would say junglers are, let's just say, over the course of different metas, are the most important role. Like right now, it's XP.
Like
right?
overall,
yeah.
That I
that-
can agree
yeah.
with.
And that's simply because, too, like, if we think about it, like, how many games are affected by if they get the turtles, if they get the retribution on the lords, if they, how many, and if teams build their lineups on who their jungler is going to play, is another one, and we've had so many conversations about that. Like, oh, are they going to pick utility? Are they going to pick an assassin? You know what I mean? So, yeah, I can kind of see that. And I would say, yeah, definitely junglers probably over time will continue to be the most impactful or like most important role. So, for example, like them putting a requirement on, your import can't be a jungler. It, in a way, like you mentioned, it makes your players of that region kind of step up.
I like it. I always like it when there are like bold moves that a region.
Yeah, it's a pretty
can-
bold move.
Yeah. And I do hope that there is success from it. So yeah, I like that a lot. Okay, so we are recording for an hour 45 minutes. I planned this podcast to be an hour, but I will not take most of your more of your time. I mean, because we still have a lot to talk about
Yes, sir.
in your own podcast. But as we end this, please comment if you like whatever's happening. If you like Indonesian or other imports in the Philippines. If you also like the fact that China have
A
prohibited
restriction.
or have these restrictions, do you like that restriction? Please comment it. And again, all of your comments about the podcast, they're all welcome. We'll read it. We cannot do everything, especially as quickly as possible, but we will try our best. We'll always, please just remember that we're always doing this to improve. We want to make sure that you will have a better experience watching this podcast. And yep, follow my channel and his channel. You want to promote anything before we go?
You guys can just go ahead and find me Naisou, pretty much on all my socials. Naisou will pop up everywhere. And then, yeah, I don't have a page or anything just yet for my podcast, but if you guys follow me, you'll be up to date with when I officially release it. So, and I hope you guys tune in, whether you're, fans of what I'll be talking about or not.
Yeah. Will definitely learn a lot from this guy. Whether or not you are familiar to the topic, I think it's gonna be worth it to check it out. And yep, stay tuned. Follow our socials for everything that we will have for you in the next couple of weeks. And I'm sure that because of this Manila Podcast Studio, we're gonna be doing a lot of content for you. So stay tuned. That being said, that's it. Good game and good night. Bye.